Alright, so far, everyone in here, I take it, has shared part one of their faith story, and no one has dropped dead. Is that correct? That's excellent. Okay. 2 thumbs up. All right. So, since this workshop, I think, gets 15 extra minutes that I didn't know I had, would anyone like to give us a 1 minute sharing? 1 minute sharing with the group? You graduate from sharing with a partner to sharing with a group of trusted ladies.
And by first part, you mean those first 2 things, your early childhood and...
Exactly. We're not to part 2 or 3 yet.
Okay.
We're just
we're
going.
You know, I was raised in the church, but when I was a child, I found God to be very intimidating and honestly, a little bit scary. And it wasn't until I was older that there was a lot more love and understanding. But it's just when you're that young, it's very scary thinking that someone out there has that much power and presence in your life and basically over everything. And it's just, even to this day, it's still, honestly, I love my God, but it's still intimidating, thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I moving along the right path? And it's just, it was until I got back in church and everything that everything is starting to be better again.
So for part 2, it's usually you're going along in life, everything's happening, and then something comes along and knocks the wind right out of your sails. All right, or sucker punches you, or whatever, and that event causes you to rethink your relationship with God. Or you're one of those people that just, never had tragedy, didn't experience a lot of, angst or whatever. Yes, you've had your ups and downs, but you've really been a believer since day one, and your faith has just grown steadily. And how has it grown? What have you done with that? And I'll tell you what part 3 is, just so you know where we're headed. Part 3 is, what is God calling you to do for him now? What is your ministry? What is your calling? Now, again, you can be selective. I mean, if something truly horrible has happened to you, you don't need to go into all the nitty-gritty. And you can if you want, but you don't need to. Just sort of generalize or whatever makes you feel comfortable. We don't want anyone to be uncomfortable, okay?
Later on, I actually found myself working as a barista for a church, and it just kind of happened. I started feeling something and feeling kindness from people around me. I'm like, oh, this is different. They don't have any obligation to love me, but they do. And through him, they loved me. And I actually got in a car accident and another car accident 2 weeks apart. Total 2 cars, which was awful. But through the church, they actually helped build me up. So that was total tragedy, but tragedy brought me closer to God, and I'm very thankful for that. And I would, not saying I would crash 2 cars again to find out, and I'm not recommending tragedy to anyone, but just to know that there is a community in church.
Changed my thinking, it changed my approach because I wasn't teaching other Jesus. This right here, I became vital, I don't even know, lifelong and critical to my life if I was going to change my life.
We have been partners for this experiment in this class, and we now really lifelong best friends because we've been able to open our hearts to the Spirit of Jesus Christ and share.
This one.
And it was much easier than you ever would have thought.